in, we have 67% votes for the authoritarian hellscape. Thank you, everyone. This is the option we're going for. Order and discipline. First thing we can do, now we have the Book of Laws available, we have one left to throw in. We can install a neighborhood watch, which is basically just a watchtower. Base heating level 1, it needs a few people to sit in it. And it will make people safer, feel safer, and increase hope.
Hear me, new law in the city.
That is why I left these little holes open in the housing district. It's because buildings like this, we can fit in right in the middle to make people feel a bit more comfy. There is one, we need to build a second at some stage. And so, overall, with this dot announcing that we are basically alone in at least this area of the world, that's a bit of a fucking bummer. Let's have you lot come back with... Oh, we can set it up. Right, for the time being, get rid of this. You have so much stuff on you. I want you to come home with all of that, please. And what we saw here is the first place we can set up an outpost. We can research outpost teams right now, and once we have some of that, we can start sending up I've forgotten the word for it. Convoys running from here with a little bit of wood just every day. We would have had one for the coal mine, which would provide us with coal, but we tore that down for the steam cores. And from my experience, we can manage coal production just fine, especially considering we have at least 3 different coal deposits here, in addition to this single Thumper, which is supplying all of our needs here. How are you doing? Alright. Aha! Oh. Let's stop flinging camera around for a little bit. What do you have? The unconvinced want to leave. You have convinced the majority, but hope is still low. A group of our people are still so scared that they want to flee the city for London in about 15 days. They've come to try and change your mind. You say order will save us. Nonsense. What are we going to orderly decide who will eat first and when we have to starve? If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome. Look, you're only almost starved to death once. We're going to be fine. You have no reason to complain. Sure, that one other city may be a husk, but apart from that, you have no reason to complain. So this introduces the next phase of the game, the next arc, so to say. The Londoners. Your people are divided. Some of them are so scared that they plan to leave the city, and then they'll try to convince others to join them, preying on their discontent. Fear may lead people to desperate acts, maintain peace, give people hope, and manage their discontent to guide the city safely through the looming social crisis. This introduces the Londoners Bar. While hope is low, people will start gathering up supplies to want to leave. There are right now 14 people, and they are not too happy. Is London not dead, Griffin? If we jump out to the map super quick. By my absolutely brilliant directional skills, I assume London is somewhere that way. Is it not dead? It's not looking good for them, let's just say that. We have 9 steel. I want to put together 20 to set up a steam hub for the next housing district. There we go. Now that's set up, we can plop some workers in here. That'll make people a lot more hopeful. It's got one, excuse me, it's got one insulation for it, and it's right in the middle of the heat zone, so it's going to be fine. How's our coal looking? It's barely in the green. We should be alright for the time being. Everyone is comfy in here. We still need to make, if we look past the cloud, the smoke cloud, we still need to warm up all of this lot. I don't have the steel yet to put down to see how large one of these would be. How are we doing? Aha, we have an opening here for an automaton. So you, good friend, this is your new workplace. Congratulations. Where are you going? You're going to refuel. So I can't think of anything else I need to do right now. Let's speed up time to the morning. Oh, there we go. And we found survivors at the large convoy. Good thing we had a look for that before we went into Winterhome. We can explore that and escort the survivors. The workers who were riding in this convoy told us they were heading for the city of Winterhome. We were supposed to follow the signal from the beacon, but we couldn't pick it up. We tried to follow a search pattern to find it, but we ran out of fuel. There is one city you can find. It's mine, and it's all lovely and warm, and absolutely nothing is going wrong. It's brilliant. You're gonna love it. Oh. And we can see what this lot do to refuel. So we follow you around. We're just gonna walk right up to the generator and clip straight through it. Good job, lad. An unconventional refueling maneuver. There we go. Slightly buggy. But yeah, you're just gonna start snogging it for a little while and fill up on all your steam. There we go. Oh, just check that's not in overdrive. There we go. Now is the morning. The Londoners have gained more followers. The people who want to leave London have successfully urged their friends and neighbours to join them. That's probably expected. It's the morning after. Just all the shock has finally started to set in. People are more easily persuaded because they have little hope in our ultimate survival. Yeah, let's sort that out, shall we? And oh, you're gonna trot yourself over to this little workplace, which another mechanic of the game, as long as there is something or someone working in these workplaces, it will start producing stuff even if those people are on their way there. So this lot are going to work. But it's a lot more evident for the automatons, because we can see this thing's already running. As you slowly clamber onto it, let's get a better view. And another thing I love about this game is that these automatons all have different animations for sitting and working at every single workplace in this game. So we can see you started up and you're leaning on the roof right there. You would have a different animation for working on here, or where else can you work? I guess here as well. You'll probably just put your legs up there somewhere. But for now, I need that 20 steel, because I want to put down a steam hub right about here. There. Right there. Oh, actually, get a better view of the... there is a slight overlap around this sort of area, but overall it's pretty fine. This will start heating up all of these homes. Once we get enough steel in, we should work on the second watchtower. And because you're working on there, you're going to work throughout the night as well. So we're going to have a constant slow trickle of steel coming in. How much wood do you have left? 600? Yeah, you're fine. You've got 800, so if that ever runs out, we can move all the people from here, drop them over to here. The hunting tactics is going to finish up, so we're going to have 15 people to play with soon enough. And... clonk. You're going to do a clonk. How are we doing on heating? Everyone's livable. We have nobody that needs work. All the kids are sat in here. You need raw food. But we're doing fine even on the standard meals. Oh, there we go. We have kept homes warm, and we need to keep them warm, at least livable, through the temperature drop as well. And with that, hunting tactics is finished. We now have 15 people to play with. Where can we put you? What can we do with you? Oh, we can start up an outpost. Let's do that. What I'll do with you lot first, however. Gotta do something. One of you can run in here. The rest of you can play in the sawmill. You lot have fun in there. And one extra can go in there. And now we've just got 3 floating about, with which to start setting up a second watchtower. There we go, right there. Let's build a nice street around here. Still got those wood crates. We need to do something about that sooner. Relatively soonish. How are you doing? 2 absences. Yeah, you're fine. How are we doing on houses, for that matter? Oh. Oh, actually, we can check through the economy tab. Jump down to houses and unlock my scroll wheel. We can have a look to see the temperature of all of them, and every single one is comfy. And we've got 16 beds with which to put the more than 16 that are coming in 9 hours time. That's not fun. Let's start investing in some tents. We've got 16, and we need 1, 2, let's say 3 tents. There we go. And you know what? Let's treat yourself to a little extra street around this corner. That should make you more hopeful and less likely to run off into the snow. Everything is running fine. I've remembered to put my recording back on, thankfully. Oh, what's this? Requires raw food. Yeah. Yeah, you're fine. Nothing to worry about. Oh, got 2 of these. We have 23 steel now. Oh, we need people to run in here. There we go. We finished up the watchtowers. Hope will rise. Right back up. But we still could do a bit better on the hope front. what can we do from here? Well, since we signed the neighbourhood watch, we can start setting up guard stations in different places. Or we can just have a mandatory morning gathering. Just to have everyone get together and just make sure everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing. Once again, through this menu we can go back to the original law book. Just have a look at all the different areas we can move forward in. As we're moving forward, let's have a look at all these people just riding around on coal piles. Hey, hang on. I thought you had a pickaxe there for a second. Like, what are you doing? That coal is already out of the ground. You don't need to put a pickaxe to it to pick it up again. Come on, mate. Oh, we're at capacity, pretty much, even at stage 2. And with that, we have an outpost we can set up. And we lack the steel for it, oh, of course. But fortunately, with you still working on that, even though you're running to get some petrol or steam, if we have a look here, that's still slowly going up. So eventually we're going to get the 45 we need during the night. So we take all 10 off you, because if I remember correctly, the outpost needs about 10 people or so just to actually run it. We have 37, quick maths, 37, 46 people coming in. That's quite a few. I need to set up a hunter's hut to actually deal with that many people. Or a second hothouse. You're coming in with some more steam cores. You will keep us ticking over the time being, but I want to upgrade these. That will probably involve building us another one of these. There we go. Lovely. Actually, let's not have it there. Let's put you right here. Yeah, right there. Actually, I want to show something off. Being a traditional city builder, well, not a traditional city builder, you can still rotate buildings. You want to know the shortcut? Middle mouse click. If you can just about see, we're slowly twisting this around. I want it pointing in this direction. So there we go. Have a little bit of variation on this side. Oh, with that, oh no, that's the watchtower. We can start up an outpost depot. Just as all of this are coming, with 10 homeless. That's just one house finishing up. They'll be seated shortly. These outpost depots are massive tall structures that can only be built on here or here of our little crater. Let's put you here because we have a small road leading there already, and we don't need to pay up for any more to the other side. Just the 5. There we go. You're gonna finish up building. You don't need a temperature management, I assume. And with that, we could probably start up the next research project. We have enough coal to sort out this, so we don't really need to do that just yet. However, we want better scout sleds, or we want something from here. Can you get an upgrade to steelworks, or start on flying hunters? You know what? I'm gonna make the scouts a little bit quicker. You are going to start running off to the American camp. Oh, actually, you're going to go to... No, you're going to go here first. Then onto the camp. Me not. You lot are just outside. Yeah, 56 people are waiting for work. And 26 kids. Which are all fitting in child shelters. We can probably invest in more tech, actually. We've got the medical treatment on lockdown. Let's put you here, shall we? Everyone is currently comfortable. Resources. We need 20 steel for the resource depot. That's going to finish building. That's going to finish building. And Scout Unit 1 has returned with loads and loads of stuff. And because the Scout Units come back with more stuff than we can fit in our current reservoir, the current stockpiles, as you can see here, we've gone over the maximum amount we can store. I would agree, Owen. I'm not going to say that for the sake of the recording. I'll go on then. Not. This is a slight nut, but not too much. But just to save us a headache, we currently have 500 wood out of our 300 capacity, so we probably need to use that before we run out. We have more than enough coal to suit us. We are at level... Oh, everybody is comfortable at home. Which means we can... let's treat ourselves to a little depot. Right there. These don't need... Oh, these don't need heating. They can keep stuff in them. Oh, you lot need to start running off somewhere. 1 day and 6 hours to get back to Winterhome. Let's go. And because they're heading to the location they found before, they're going to travel a little bit quicker. Oh, we got somewhere to put some of our engineers. And some more to put some peoples. Jeez, we have a lot of people now. Like, more than we know what to do with. We have them all housed up. Londoners are going to get 4 more people. And... I'm just considering we need more food production. Which we just sorted out here. We need another hothouse. Let's wait a little bit first. Food, hothouse. It is close to the morning. Everyone's just waking up. We can't fit a hothouse in here. Can we fit it on the side? Nope. Can we put it there? Just about. Let's just scrap that for now. And bring it back in here. Not ideal because there's a big old spot there, but if we run a road here, and then tech, steam hub, we can fit one in there, which is going to heat up this little hothouse as well. Oh, actually, dismantle street, dismantle the ones we haven't built yet, so we get the 2 wood back, and build another running from here up to here. And we have it on the corner, so next thing we put in here, we'll have a road, even though there's a road right there. Ignore that. And now we can put a steam hub on the street here we haven't finished. That's going to bring in a little more coal. Oh. Yep, it's going to get a tad more chilly. And the temperature has fallen to negative 40 degrees. You lot at near capacity. Yep, that needs to be at least chilly. We're working on that. Let's go back up to this lot. Move them onto the camp. Storage is at capacity for wood, so this lot aren't going to be able to do much. But we could build a second outpost here if we were so desired. But we need 40 wood, 20 steel, and 10 free dudes to make an outpost team. And we pick the Winterhome for our outpost, send them off. They're going to rush over, set up a little outpost, and start pooping wood back at us. And furthermore, that's 10 more mouths we don't need to feed. They'll sort out their own food. They'll be fine. Here we go. Next workday. How are we doing on healthcare? We've got plenty of space. We should... Oh, let's turn the heater on in here so at least they don't freeze to death. Just trying to get everything sorted out. And we can bring in a new law. We can go through here and choose to either make guard stations just to help us sort out the Londoner issue, or a morning gathering for everyone. I am going to invest in guard stations. There we go. We need to build 2 and put people in them. And once again, it's a little area that works with nearby homes. So... Alright, congratulations you lot. You are going to get a brand new house because you're moving. People tent. I want to put something else there at some point. You are not in range of that little heater, but you are in range of the guard tower here, so it's not ideal. I'm gonna put 2 more houses here, run a road up here. This house can... Everyone can move to a nice new house. Because if I have look at order, guard station, this is going to be, oh no, cancel dismantling, dismantle this one, because these are where I am going to put the new guard stations. Oh, that is 20 homeless right now. We've got that sorted out. We have 10 people to fit in here. It's too cold right now. That's not going to be a problem. What is going to be a problem is, well, our wood capacity, which we have sorted out right now. I believe it will take time to change. Actually, no, I don't think it does. What I was going to say is, when you're changing the capacity of something from one type of resource to another, it will take time to just change it over, which means you don't have the expanded capacity in either option for a little while. But I think it's going to be okay for the time being. You lot are doing fine. How are we doing on coal production? In the red, massively. Let's fix that up, shall we? With another Thumper. Oh, actually, no. Let's actually set up a coal mine. A proper coal mine. In this steampunky game. Like, only so many hours in. We got 2 of these here. Let's build up another take center right here. Run the road over. This can stay off because we are at wood capacity. And let's hold off on building more stuff for the time being. There we go, just speed up a little while. And we have better scout sleds. Let us flip over. Can we do the next tier? We can if we want to. But I want to have a look through here first. Our options right now is a steam coal thumper, which is, it produces a shitload of coal but needs 4 gathering posts to work. We could bump up the insulation in the gathering posts, or we can do that for more food income. More generator efficiency as well. That would be very good. We can bump up the heater quality. But I think I'm going to invest in heat generator efficiency, just to make this coal last a bit longer. Overall, I think we're actually doing reasonably well, apart from you. What's up? Sir, sorry. Ma'am, a child climbed the generator, slipped and fell, but was thankfully caught by a neighbourhood watch member who was on patrol nearby. He then escorted the child to their mother and gave them both a good talking to. It probably could have ended in a broken leg, or worse, if it wasn't for our watchman. A neighbour commented, "We're lucky to have him." That is your New London news report for today. That's very nice. And also, why would you climb that? Like, 99% of this looks like far too hot to even touch, let alone climb on. Like, there's a ladder up here and a ladder up here, but I'm sure we're supposed to have someone sitting that to make sure random kids don't clamber up it. Oh, you're gonna clump over here. How many free hands do we have? We have 7 workers right now and 14 engineers. That's not going to be a problem. We can have 10 engineers left over. What's up? You're at the storage limit for food. This is actually a good thing because if we put workers in it, each raw food is worth about 4 food rations. So, and cookhouses are super efficient in being able to cook like loads and loads of meals for everyone. So it would be better off to have a big old supply of raw food than the food rations. Because like one single cookhouse can sustain a city even bigger than this one. We're not using this gathering post at the moment, but I'm going to leave it there for future proofing. Oh, you're not even in range of that. Yeah, that child has a few screw loose. Yeah, fire. They would have had a lot more loose than screws if they'd fallen off this thing. Like, if we just take a nos down here, look, the generator is, aside from the things along the edge, it's the single tallest structure in all the city, just really emphasizing how important it is. And you don't want your kid falling off the top of that, like off the edge or into the middle, because that little area there looks a little warm. Just a little.
Rest time. Work is done for the day.
And because we've went through the order part, through the path of order, the daily announcements have changed. Drop some engineers in here. Add a spare worker. Stick the heater on for this lot so they won't freeze to death. And that little coal mine is going to be ready for anyone It's going to be up and ready for even more coal consumption. How are we doing on food? Full on food, full on raw food. Steel could be better, but well. Oh, actually, automaton, you can jump over here. You lot can run out of here, and you can jump on here. So now we don't even need to worry about heating this place. But we do need to start worrying about the heating here, which means we can probably put some more workplaces in here and invest in a steam hub to make it all a bit more warm. Oh no, that's the wrong button. I like to do that every so often. How are we doing on stuff? It makes a change to be struggling to find a way to spend all of our resources for once, as opposed to being just desperately struggling to gather everything we need together. How are we doing on research? We're doing pretty good. I want to gather... Oh. Before I continue, I want to look in here and tell you that my next plan is to start building bunkhouses, which is a big old investment of steel. We've got a little bit right now, but we're going to need to gather quite a fair bit, because these are pretty much identical to tents, not tanks, tents, except that they have an extra heat level, which means that right now all these livable houses are going to go up to comfortable. And we're probably going to need that, considering that there is no end to this possible cold snap in sight. But talking about snapping stuff, I didn't know where I was going with that segue. Let's have a look at the American camp. The American camp was well supplied with everything except food. Searching the tents, we found more victims of hunger. Most of them had badly worn but sophisticated artificial limbs bearing company symbol, Tesla Manufacturing. We can only bury them and take their equipment. We will take the steam hub and the handful of iron and move on to the next place, the temporary settlement. You two are almost at Winterhome. Let's head back and keep an eye on our wood production, because we need something to do with all this wood. Please. How many people do we have? 5 engineers and 1 dude. We need somewhere to put the spare dude in it. There you go. Oh, we need to put guard stations down as well. Nearly forgot. Guard station 1 lives. Let's point you in this direction. Guard station 2 can point in this direction and live here. These two are going to need workers to put in them. And I'm hoping one of my scout teams can find more survivors and start bringing them in. $210 living near a watchtower or guard station. It's not bad. How many? Oh, every child has a place in a child shelter. Fantasticness. There's this one, which is chilly, and this one, which is also chilly. I haven't heard any complaints from the kids yet, so I assume they're fine. Fucking Tesla. Oh yeah. We're gonna learn a lot more about Tesla going forwards. But going forwards even further, we need 10 people to stick in here. Got the automaton on the coal mine. We need to scrounge engineers from somewhere. about raw fruit from here, or 10 from here. Well, actually, I can use this tab to find out where they all are. I would ideally like about... there's 8 people in here, but all 10 in here. Since we have an automaton on the coal mine, let's grab 1 from here, 1 from here, 1 from here, replace you with an engineer. Put 9 in here, 9 in here, 9 engineers in that one. And we can put engineers in 1, 2, 3. Just the 1 guard we need. The guard station's been complete. And hope rises. Going forwards, as long as we keep this hope level running, no people will want to join the Londoners anymore. But we still have 24 left. Still have 302 wood. We've got to spend that at some stage. Ooh. Let's have a look at production. We're a little green, even with the automaton running. We've got these 2 garring posts up. Let me consider. Know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait for morning first. Once the generator efficiency is gonna go up, we're gonna have a little extra coal income with which to use. You lot are gonna move on to the freshwater springs, and you lot are gonna build an outpost. Start bringing us a bit of wood. Like, as if we need it right now. You know what? Let's have 1, 2, 3 people from here. And 1, 2, 3 into here. There we go. Everyone is perfectly fine and happy. Speed up to morning. Oh, what's up? People have regained hope. For the first time, the Londoners have failed to persuade anyone to abandon our city and flee to London. People are recovering from their shock at the news of Winterhome and are starting to regain hope for the future. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. What I am going to do here is let's grab ourselves a steam hub and put it right on the edge there. Speed you up, and this lot have reached the temporary settlement. You lot. Oh wow, we've got a brilliant view of these mountains. However, oh look at them. Very pretty, even with all the snow just covering everything else. You lot, however, you're going to have a noss around at this temporary settlement. The centre of this settlement is marked with an upright border. On its roughly plain face, someone has chiseled the following: May God forgive the genius who sacrificed human lives in the name of progress, for we cannot. Exiles of Testa City. We won't touch the monument, but we decide to dismantle the huts for a bit of wood. And now we find the walled colony and the fishing village. Let's have a look at the colony. There's no movement or smoke. Let's have a look. Now, my plan for this little area is, once you lot run over to it.
Order, people. Let's march to work.
There we go. Now that's started up. We're currently in the red on coal, but if we switch this heater off and this heater off, this thing is going to slowly expand its heat area and start warming up these two places by 2 heat levels. Generator efficiency has just been researched, so if we look at economy, we are in the red. That's not fun. So what do we need to do? We don't need to sacrifice anything from here, but we can switch these heaters off. Now we don't need them. If we look at the economy, we are now slightly in green, so we should be fine for a little while going forwards. What else are we rough on? Food rations. Oh no. Let us entertain you. We can go forwards from here with improved heaters, which raises the temperature of the heated workplaces by 2, but it doubles the 2 coal per hour running cost from 1 to 2. We can't choose to raise it by 1 if we get this upgrade. It will always go up to 2. Could get a factory, start making stuff. We can invest in gathering posts, but I did promise we're upgrading houses. All the houses. Here we go, and now these two are running. They have a workday of 8 AM to 6 PM. We can set this to the same work time. So when these close up for the night, this is also going to close up and save us a little bit of coal. And yes. Oh, if we have a look at here, we can see the lifts going up and down for this little section. And we have a report from the freshwater springs. Let's talk with our guys on the ground. What do you find? Near the freshwater springs, we meet some refugees from Winterhome. They are a sorry sight and seem to be completely unmoved by the fate of their city. Asked what kept them from starving, they look away, then mumble something about eating lichen. I hope that's what they were having. That sounds a lot more tasty than what Winterhome was trying to eat. And once again, we can escort 22 workers and 7 kids, send them off along the long old trek there, or just abandon them. Let's bring them straight there. You also have... Nope, that's all we have. We have 2 areas to explore once they get back. But we've got the upgrade for their speed, so they'll be just fine. How are you doing on heat? It's a bit chilly for you. How are we doing on... Oh, we're doing pretty well on warmth. Hope has risen from that. And we're doing well on healthcare treatment. The generator is running at maximum capacity. We probably need to start investing in these 2 levels now. Coal mine has an automaton, so we don't have to worry about heat. Bunkhouses is going to be coming up fairly soonish. Like, right now, if we sped forward a little bit. And now that's finished. we can start moving on. To let us see what we can find. We can buff up the coal mines for a little 10% boost. But I want the generator range upgrade. Or do I? What options do we have right now? Let us set up an infirmary. Start researching that. And now we have the upgraded house. Let's go to people's bunkhouse. It has a base level heating level of 2. These have base heating of 1. Base heating of 1. This is a worthwhile upgrade. Very worthwhile. So this lot. What can I put here? Put 2 there. Just keep an eye on our steel count. We have 60 homeless for a little while, but they're going to be just fine. How are we doing on everything else? Rations are doing pretty well. Exile colony, you found survivors. What else do you have in your pockets? Let's explore. Some of the exiles are still alive, just barely. We could try to bring them to our city, although they may die along the way. One of the dying held a diary to his chest. We read the last entry. Exiled from Tesda City, with food and fuel running out, we sent the strongest among us to search for help. They are our last hope. We're afraid this refers to these poor Yankees we buried. We have a bunch more survivors. Once again, we have the 3 choices. Except the leave them to their death also involves stealing all their stuff. Let's bring them in. We pulled the dying exiles from their snow houses and prepared them for the journey to our city. Some of them stirred from their death-like slumber to bless their absent friends for bringing help. We couldn't tell them the truth. Not yet. And this lot are going to run back to the city with a shitload of people. Nope. Yep, a shitload of people and a shitload of supplies. And you're just coming with a shitload of people. That is close to 30 houses. And that is a lot more people. We're going to have a housing problem once these 2 arrive. So we need to work on steel production next up. Oh.
Fresh time. Work is done for the day.
There we go. And with that, we can bring in a new law. Guard stations. We can start putting them on patrol. This is a little button we can press. It will cost 10 food rations, but it will make people a little more hopeful. We can, doing the morning gathering we mentioned earlier, or we can install a propaganda center. Yes, this is that type of game. We can go further down this path than what these 2 indicate. Or we can bring in a prison. You know what, I'm gonna hold off on the prison for now, but do a morning gathering. That's gonna make people a little more hopeful. That will really help morale. We have 11 days left on our Londoners problem. And we probably need to up food if we got this lot coming in. We got this lot waiting. We can't do anything about that because we have maxed out on our food, on our wood even. Excuse me. Health, food. We can stick another one of these points down. We have 5 engineers right now. Let's just speed up through the night, shall we? What's up? Writing on the wall. So, Captain, someone has defaced the walls with predictions of doom for our city. This is troubling. People already fear we'll share Winterhome's fate, and scared minds are swayed by even the smallest nudges. We can get the watchmen to scratch it off, and hope we'll fall a little bit, or ignore it, and hope we'll fall. There is... If I remember correctly, there, just by browsing the wiki, there is a small beneficial result if we just ignore all the graffiti we find. So for now, let's just don't worry about it. Hope we'll take a big old drop. Yeah, fuck this place. Fuck your comfortable housing and reasonably ample supply of food that isn't filled with sawdust. Yeah, it's terrible. Awful. Rubbish. Is there anyone in these places? No. I can put you to a work shift and save a bit of food. Oh, you're complaining about me now. I think that should be all right. Oh.
Come, lads. We must work harder.
We've got more friends. Yippee! And these people bring a little drop in hope because they don't have places to sleep. Let us sort that out. With... let's bring this down a little bit. We need more houses. Let's actually just invest straight into bunkhouses for this one. We have a little room around this steam hub, but it will rip down a tree to do so. So yep, that's turned white, so we can plop that down. Let's run a road up here and down here to future-proof. We can stick a coal mine down there a little later. You are waiting. So you can shoot off up this direction to the settlement. No, you go that way. Oh, that's the wrong button. I'll keep doing that. You lot are gonna jump into your workplaces. Fantastic. Good job. And this is gonna finish. We now have an infirmary, which is basically just an even better medical post. It'll take 10 people to work in it, but it'll just be able to treat everyone so much faster. And we can start filling up the insulation in them, or we can upgrade the steelworks. We do need an upgrade to the steelworks. If we have a look at heating, steelworks, yes please. You're going to work on that, and in the meantime, oh no, infirmary. This needs a steam core as a trade-off, and it's also a fairly chunky build, so we can put that on that side. Close 2 of these down, because this is more than going to make up for it. Oh, how are you not doing? Well, actually, I can jump into this camera, see what it looks like from within. You guys doing alright? Yep, cool. Oh, clipped out. We're fine. Zoom. Yeah, they're all fine. Not discontent in the slightest. This run's going pretty well for the most part. We now have 20 odd hands, free, with which to probably invest in another one of these, let's be honest. Oh, excuse me. Resources and tech. Let's have one of these down. Bring out the road around the back of it. And how are you doing it? It is chilly in this little area, but we could do with some of the wood production. Let's have a look. You're getting 800 coal a day. We are in the green on that one, thankfully. We are getting 240 wood, and we've got the Outpost bringing us a little more. We have sod steel coming in, and a decent amount of raw food. Oh. Healthcare is doing pretty well. Nobody's died yet. Tents are just livable at the moment. And we have 29 homeless. We need to work on that. Nearly forgot. Just casually forget that somebody doesn't have a place to live. What am I? The UK government? Ugh. We can... Oh, that is 10, 20... 30 houses. We can't put another one here. Oh well. Oh, and Scouts Unit number 2 is coming with even more homeless. Yes. That's what I like to see. Totally. You lot can run back to Freshwater Springs. I assume you lot came from this direction, so it'll be a nice change of scenery. We've got a fresh lot of wood coming in. Now we've gone over our maximum again. You are doing fine. Oh, let's put some workers in here, just to give them something to do. Because we've got 50 out of work right now. And I would ideally like to just have something for them to do. Oh, 90 homeless. Jesus. We need to work on that. Right. Let's exacerbate this problem by ripping these 2 houses down. Bunkhouse. There. And there. Nope, that's right on the edge of the heat zone. Let us have a street running around here. There we go. Once these 2 get torn down, we're going to put some more houses along this edge and set up another steam hub around here-ish, which means we can start picking up all of this and clear that out for something. Steam Steelworks is researched, and we kind of need to hold off on that at the moment until our housing issue is in order. The Infirmary is being built. Nope, I do need another one. Bunkhouse. Oh, no. Go. Why are you not building the houses? Let's have a look. We can set up a care house to start dealing with the gravely ill. Let's do that.
Hear me, hear me. New law.
Nice. Meanwhile, tech upgrades. Let's invest in the flying hunters. Oh, these houses are going to get built up. Alright guys, you're going to have a long night ahead of you because we have a ton of houses to build. And not much time to do it in. Although, yep, I don't have any active quests with which to just stop making the... Not stop making any active issues, quests which rely on house heating. That was a bit of a mouthful. So we have 70 homeless right now. All of these are filled up, so we have 1, 2, just out of range on that one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, no. Oh no, delete turns the camera around for some reason in this game. Interesting. No, let's get rid of you and you. Our plan where we're going to stick the steam hub, because I want to catch these buildings. So it's going to live about here-ish. There. I want to put a house right behind this one. Right there. Have a road running down. Have this road running up. Just 7 wood. I really need to spend it all. Let's have another street. And another one. Just treat ourselves. And let's see where the steam hub can live. Yes, it just about catches that last one. Let's build it. So we have 70 homeless right now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more house, please. Oh, people, bunkhouse. 1. Speed it up. Everyone's gonna have a place to sit by the end of the day. Oh, just over midnight. You're rubbish. You missed it. Meanwhile, let's not reach the settlement. Let's bring them over to the fishing village. Oh, this is apparently too cold to work? Oh, have engineers in here. Oh, let's keep these huts up and running for the time being, because we've got a lot of people right now. Flying Hunters is being developed. This is heating up all these little houses. Lovely. And everyone has a place to eat, to sit. And we are kept up on wood. I'm going to wait until morning before building anything else. Clock. 2, 3. Oh, got a report. What's up? Another act of vandalism. The Londoners have defaced more walls, urging everybody to join them and abandon the city. Some graffiti even mocks your leadership, branding you an unfit leader, incapable of doing what it takes to save our people. You could send the watchman to remove it, or just ignore it. It'll be fine. The captain will kill us all. It's a bit much. Come with us if you want to live. I do love the odd reference here and there. Oh. These houses look very warm, to say the least. I hope London's vandalism. Oh, I hear another report. What's up? People are concerned. Captain, a group of people have gathered to seek your assurance. They're concerned about the messages the Londoners keep writing on the walls. These slogans appeal to the most discontented, they say. Your lax approach only emboldens them. Perhaps it is time for a different tact. Everyone has the right to speak freely. Hope we'll just drop. We need something to use this option. We can't select it right now. We can use the guards to start wandering the streets. Or protests will be forcibly dispersed. Discontent will rise. Everyone has the right to speak. I would prefer they didn't daub it on the walls, but They have the right to say what they want. You, on the other hand, have no right to complain about the temperature. There is nobody working in you. Okay, maybe plants are trying to grow, but it'll be fine, mostly. There you go. You have no problem. You're not even using the heating right now. But at least you stop complaining. Oh, talking about coal. How are we doing? Steam hubs are using a bit of coal. Got a big old stockpile right there. We aren't going to make it in this hole. Really? You sure about that? You sure about that? Honestly, some people. Oh, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. That's morning to me. We can upgrade these two. We'll be missing a little bit of steel for the time being, but as this lot get to work, they'll have a nice speed of heating with which to rebuild these.
We've got work to do.
Fantastic. And this lot will find the freshwater springs. Head on to the frozen grove. We really do need to start spending some wood. We can do that with the not the charcoal kiln. This basically just turns wood into coal at quite the ratio as well. That might be an investment. There we go. The rest are you doing? Just looking at the time. I've been going for 3 hours and in a second, 10 minutes. Oh, there we go. Righto. Oh, we've got a care house we have to put down. That's... Oh, fantastic. Just fits in there. That means we can keep this running, and you will stop complaining. Jesus. Just anything to stop you from moaning at me. Meanwhile, you lot can work on your next project, the Charcoal Kiln. Yeah, so all of this wood we've got coming in, that will turn into a lot of coal. But in the meantime, we can rebuild these and upgrade them directly into hunter hangers. Or just that one, because we don't have enough steel. Oh, that one's just about finished. You'll produce an hour from whatever this was producing. I think it was about 4. Come on, lads. Fantastic. And you'll get to work straight away. God, they're really good, this lot. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, we found steam cores here. A hot spring keeps a tiny patch of sea from freezing here. This fishing village used to supply Tesla City with food. Searching it, we found a letter. Mike, don't return to the city. Tesla is a madman. He cast out all the amputees, all the sick. Jerry's parents and old Beth are among them. There will be blood, that's for sure, and soon. This is a source of food that we can use with an outpost. We can tear it down for wood and the steam cores, or just nick the steam cores. I'm going to keep this here for the purpose of bringing an outpost up. In the meantime, I'm going to wait for you to poop out. Oh, to finish up that transport and poop out another one, and then I'm going to shift this outpost up and over to here to start bringing in a little more food. So we will be able to start sustaining an even bigger population. But this lot have found Tesla City now. I know these guys haven't been out for very long, but they have 2 steam cores on their person, and I want to send them back. I will explain once they return to Tesma City. Tesma City, even. How are we doing? That's getting an upgrade. 40 steel, we have another upgrade lined up. You are a bit cold. And we've finished the care house. Hope rises once again. You lot, how are you doing? You're all a bit cold? Yeah, it's fine. Let's turn the heaters on for you lot. How are we doing on wood production even? We have a bunch of unemployed, so we can open this up. Start getting a bit more wood and start clearing that lot out. Oh, actually. We can build a thingy here. So I want... damn it, not enough for a steam hub. Now we've got enough. There we go. There we go, just about there-ish. I want to run a road up here. And then some. So I can plop down the steam hub right at the end. I'm doing this on purpose, actually, because once this finishes, I can start up a charcoal kiln when I have enough steel, and start pooping out even more coal, because right now we are slightly in the red. In the meantime, we can make it even more efficient, but I want to invest in the wall drill. That's where my next objective is, just start producing a shitload more wood.
Rest time. Work is done for the day.
Work is done. And what else is done is these lot. With free insulation on them. These are basically just airships that will fly around and bring in 30 food a day, as opposed to the just 20 from here. These will also produce a fair bit of food during the day, but only during the day. In the meantime, I think we can start putting a few houses nearby, just near this thing. Oh, scouts have reached the frozen grove. Let's have a look. And of course you find wood. Poking around the trees marked with crosses, we found shallow graves under each of them. The dead bodies lack most of the bigger muscles, and some bones bear signs of a cutting tool. The corpses have been obviously stripped of edible parts. Now we know what kept the survivors by the freshwater springs from starving. We will leave the graves intact, but we can cut the trees for wood. For more wood than we know what to do with. Right, you lot, to the snow cliff. And once this disappears, with 150, and let's speed up time a little bit. You're gonna warm up, and then immediately turn off. I'm gonna turn that off. And we have 9 in care right now. We can put people on this little patch of steel wreckage, and that should warm up a lot by the time we reach morning. And on this one too. Wood crates. And we have no homeless right now, and we have nobody in here yet. I'm just going to keep this running for... just so this stops moaning at me and it keeps the plants alive, I guess. I knew it. I knew they weren't eating lichen. I mean, it's technically true if you consider that one of the guys was called Lichen. Or Linden? I don't know. I don't remember. He was tasty though. I'll give you that. There we go. Oof. Oof indeed. Coal mine is still running because there's still the automaton on it. I still need a name for that guy. I still need to start making up the charcoal kiln. Health. We're not doing well on food though. So this lot are going to drop in with their food loads in the morning. So we can eat adults, just not children. I'm afraid that is the case. Oh, we got a law. Now we can go further along the authoritarianism tree. We can start doing regular patrols for the cost of food, or prisons, or a foreman, just to make people work a little bit harder. You'll have to provide the foreman with food. 40% efficiency. I think I'm gonna have to take that.
A new law has passed.
And now in every single workplace around here, we have the foreman. Everyone at this facility will work to the best of their ability. This goes for the coal mines, which have the automaton working on. So if we press this, it's risen from 60% to 84%. Because apparently robots have morale now. Okay, take care, Griffin. Oh, you're gonna refuel just there, just fine. This is gonna bring us in a little more coal. But it does cost us food to eat it, though. We need to start using some of this wood. Food. Oh no. Scout unit number 1 has returned to the city. Fantastic. You can now run out right back to the fishing village and straight on to test the city. That brings our steam core count up to 7. In terms of food, however, it might be worth just building in a second cookhouse. Just plump it down right about here. There it gets, its little area gets a little bigger around here. So I'm not a fan of putting it there at the very least. However, I want to put it down here. No, I don't. Because there's a big old spot I can put something big here, like another hothouse. But for now, I want a cookhouse. Want to cook stuff. Oh, you can slot it nicely there. Oh, actually, just a quick thing. How many workshops can I fit in here? 1. Alrighty. It's another cookhouse. Another cook-off. Oh, it's a bit too cold. Well, you'll be fine. It's very cold in here. Not for long. You're still waiting with the wood. I really should put down the charcoal kiln. Here we go. Where can I stick you? In a little hot place? Nope, not there, not there. In here. Excellent work. Here we go. Once this finishes up, we can start eating into our little wood count.
Order, people. Let's march to work.
There we go. Some workers in there. Oh, it's a bit cold. Yeah, I need to put the heater on. There you go. This will start biting into our coal reserves. We're just eating a little more than what we're making. And that is with the foreman effect on this mine. Oh, you lot are done. Have a look around. The man we've seen from afar was nowhere to be found. Searching his burrow, we found a diary of a scientist who fled Winterhome. After the starving city fell into chaos, its leader, an army captain, appointed himself as absolute ruler. He tried to impose order using force. Plenty of people, disgruntled, deserted the city, and most of the others rebelled against him. By finding this little cave, we get a steam core, a bunch of food, and the Shrouded Cave. Let's have a look. You lot are almost there, almost at the fishing village. Once you vanish, you are going to poop out a new lot of peoples, and then I'm going to move you over to the food production. You are doing just fine. You are a little chilly, but should be alright. You are quite chilly, but you're running it. You don't have much in the way of wood together. And talking about gathering wood, we have the wall drill. Building here will destroy resource sources, but once we clear out all of this wood, we have a new source of wood to start making. And moving forwards, let's bring in bring the road up forwards a little bit. You mean they did essentially exactly what you're doing now? No. They used excessive order to reach their end goals. I'm using light amounts of order. I want resources, because I'm putting one of these up a little bit. I want to make sure it's in range of the wall drill. If we move this back one, it gets in range of the little heater, but it needs to be built here just to be able to dig into the wall, which means we need to move this up one, which means building a little extra road, building an entirely new one of these, and just ditching that. Oh, actually, is that road been built? No. Let's cancel that, because there's an upgrade we can get to these at some point. And because we have this up, this is going to come in handy for us later. Like, that's been there for most of the game. It will come in useful. Just don't worry about all the frost saying in it. We can knock that off. One more thing we can knock off. It's not that, it's a thermostat. We can use this to make even more coal for just no other cost, or we can start building a factory. I want coal production, please. And Charcoal Kiln is just about getting ready to be built. We have 2 workers and 8 engineers with which to use it. Let's pull some engineers out of there, put the workers in. And we need to figure out how many people can fit in there. Once this is built, just the 5. Excellent work. I want to put engineers in for the time being. This will produce for us a bunch of coal, but it eats wood to do so. You are waiting with a lot of wood. Next up, you're doing the thermostat. We have 50 odd steel. Oh, we've upgraded those 2 already, so we don't need to buff that up anymore. We could stick another coal mine down, but we don't need to because we have more coal production. And this is slowly getting cleared away. So my guess is we upgrade another hunter's hangar. Another 2. Just enough steel to do so. And we have 5 engineers just sitting by. We do... we will need these 5 at some stage. We are at our storage limit of food. I hope you're making the regular food. Yep, that's good. Thermostat is going to finish up. And now this thing produces 28 charcoal from 7 wood or 21 from 7. You see, it briefly had these 2 options available, but now it's producing 28. Just a little more efficient. That is the escape menu. Don't want to press that. How are you doing? Oh, you lot are waiting. The children's hideout. This cave is a hideout for some children who are evacuated for Winterhome. We talked to the children in the hideout. They said that one night their teachers and some hunters took them out from Winterhome on a secret adventure. Teachers told them they were going to stay here for a while. When the food ran low, their guardians went back to get more and didn't return. It seems these children were evacuated in time, before things in their city got really ugly. We can choose to escort them to the city, as we would anyone else, send them there, where they'll probably die, or leave them here, where they will definitely die. Let's bring them home. We form the children into an orderly column and set off towards the city. They walk quietly and resolutely, like little adults, the youngest clutching their toys tightly. This is going to be a long journey. Please have enough warm beds prepared for their arrival. We're doing fairly alright for warm beds. We do have a big old cold snap coming up, so we probably want to start investing in more houses. And I would like that advanced steel works, but that's 2 stages away. For now, I want the factory. Get that researched, please. And with that, these 2 hunter huts are fixing themselves up. You are 5 hours away from your destination. Everything seems to be going reasonably okay. Oh, you're researching that real quick. Coal production, we are in the green once more. And I believe this has ended. Ah, that effect's ended. Here we go. Everything's coming together. Oh, while we're here, let's treat ourselves to a little... Nope, never mind. Oh, wood crates are gone. That means we have a little spot here with which to build another house. You lot are coming home with 34 children. We need houses for those. For that lot. So, 1, 2, 3... that tackles the 34 coming in. We have 20 vacant beds. There is 20 in the care house. And we need to start spending some of our little iron backlog. And upgrade 1, 2, 3, 4 houses, please. Meanwhile, you are going to get an extra road. And you know what? No, I need to. I'm going to do a little trick here. I'm going to put 5 of these down, so we eat all of our wood stockpile. That eats the stockpile from this lot, but now we cancel 2, 3, 4, 5 tents, and we've gone above our initial reservoir. The stockpile capacity. And this lot have sent off a new wave of wood, with which they're probably going to sit there for ages to get. And now we're going to dismantle this outpost, and this team is going to run over to the fishing village and start producing food. How you doing? This is only got 10 wood, 10 steel left on it. I think that's brought everything together. And on that bombshell, I think I'm going to leave it here. Let's bring in a nice little camera angle as we decide who to raid. Let's see who is running right now. Make sure to mute my stream so it doesn't accidentally start doubling up on the sound. You know what, let's keep this running a little while. You have 1,000 viewers. Oh, we got a new lore coming up. I'm going to save that lore for the next stream. Mischief of Mice is doing a little dash of Minecraft. There is Dead by Daylight. You know what? Let's give you to Mischief, shall we? Just 6 people. He'll love that. Here we go. And let's fire you off. Thank you very, very much for watching, and have a very good night. Good night.